What up, boxing world? As we all know, Miguel Cotto versus Saul Canelo Alvarez is official, November 21st. Now it's time to hype up the fight. And Roach has started. Today, Freddie Roach said that Cotto will take Canelo to school. Interesting, right? Actually, it's causing an uproar now as far as Canelo's fans out there. But anyhow, I'm gonna read you guys what Freddie Roach said today. He said, quote unquote, I think Miguel Cotto will take him to school, him being Canelo. That's what he said earlier today during a media conference call about Cotto getting the better of Canelo in their fight on November 21st. I expect this to be one of the greatest fights of all time. I don't think Canelo is stronger than us, and I don't think that's a factor in the fight. I think we're stronger than him. I think we're better puncher, and we'll show that on fight night. Now, we all can make a strong argument, a strong case, for that matter, that either fighter, Canelo and Cotto, could win this fight. They're both solid competitors. Yes, Cotto's been in the game a little longer, much more better resume, but if there's one opponent out there that you cannot underestimate or overlook, is Saul Canelo Alvarez. To be honest with you guys, it's kind of hard to say that Cotto is actually the harder puncher between them than Canelo. But obviously, since Cotto is Freddie Roach guy, he's gonna say some good things about it. And like I said, this might be just part of hyping up the fight. But lately, though, if you guys didn't notice, Freddie Roach has been vocal. Being a trainer and a coach, even with the Mayweather versus Pacquiao. He actually had to say something, which is good, man. It's good for boxing. It's good for publicity. It's good for advertisement. It's more like a promoter now to me, if you ask me. But this is gonna be a big fight, and you guys already know that. A lot of people already planning to go to Vegas to watch this fight. As a matter of fact, hell, I might even go to Vegas to watch this fight. It's probably gonna be close, not exactly equal, but close to the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight. The magnitude of this fight, you can only imagine. Vegas being swamped, hotel rooms being booked up, tickets sold out. I mean, you name it. Like I said earlier, you can pretty much make a very, very strong argument that either Cotto or Canelo could win this fight. They both have good chances, and Canelo having only one loss, which is similar to Cotto, of only one loss to Mayweather, and so did Cotto. Cotto lost to Pacquiao and all that good stuff, but that's not the case here. You know, last three opponents of both fighters has been impressive win against. Now, Cotto has knocked out all three of his last opponents. All right, Delvin Rodriguez, Sergio Martinez, and Daniel Gill. As a matter of fact, it was impressive. It was a wicked knockout. Now, Canelo has knocked out two out of three of his last opponents. Most notable ones was with Kirkland. Well, that was a brutal knockout. Canelo is much, to be honest with you guys, I don't know, man. It's like I was comparing the last opponents that both these fighters knocked out, and I mean, obviously Kirkland got the worst, versus Daniel Gill, but you can't really underestimate Cotto either. Cotto, yes, he's older than Canelo, but still, the power is still there. Especially now that he's training with Freddie Roach. As a matter of fact, a lot of people say that Cotto has been better ever since he got with Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach has nothing but confidence in Cotto because he's shown it on his last 3 fights. But this is the fight. If not, this is the mega fight of 2015, not the Mayweather Pacquiao. Everybody was disappointed in that fight. Only really person that was happy in that fight was Mayweather, and obviously his fans. Others, not so much. Be interesting to see on the betting odds side of how much favor is going to be Cotto given. Because yes, Canelo has only lost once, but still, I can see Cotto being in favor to win this fight, defending his title. Now, after this fight, obviously, Golovkin is the next prospect for whoever wins this fight. It's really hard to say, guys. I mean, I'm sure everybody's going to make their own predictions about this fight. Who's going to win, what's going to happen, how many rounds, would it all go 12 rounds, or would it be stoppage or knockout, whatever, right? Sooner or later, we're all going to make our predictions. We're all going to have our dog in the fight. And that's how it's going to be. I see Cotto being the more veteran, having fought the best, as a matter of fact, and being winning in different weight division, and so does Canelo. I can see this fight being very explosive, to be honest with you guys. It's very hard to tell, and we've only been a little over 24 hours since it was announced, if not less, and it's already making a lot of noise. A lot of noise. A lot of articles already out. We all know that the Cotto versus Canelo was going to happen eventually, but it was somewhat of a shock when we heard of it yesterday that the Miguel Cotto versus Saul Canelo Alvarez fight is finally official. Bam. We're here. As we get through all these fights before Cotto and Canelo, we're going to hear more news, more controversies, more articles. Hopefully, no controversies to where it leads to canceling or postponing the fight. That's something that we don't want to see. You know what I mean? Like I said, even old timers are already talking about this fight like it was Mike Tyson versus, I don't know, Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's really crazy. It's making a lot of noise in the boxing community, social media, you name it. Canelo and Cotto should be starting to train up now, preparing for this fight. Vegas, in general, is going to be preparing for this fight. It's kind of hard to tell. I've read a lot of comments and I've read a lot of social media articles this morning, and it's all about Cotto versus Canelo. That's what it's all about. Matter of fact, not so much being mentioned of Mayweather Humberto or Golovkin versus Lemieux, and nonetheless Mayorga versus Mosley. It's there. We're gonna see Mosley and Mayorga soon, but it's not being talked about so much. Got a lot of fights this 2015, a lot of good, okay fights, but 2015's highlight, I believe, is gonna be Miguel Cotto versus Canelo. That's gonna be it. Hopefully we don't get disappointed. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think there's gonna be a disappointment. I mean, both fighters are explosive. Both fighters have the skill set to entertain the fans, and not to mention, both fighters have the ability to knock each other out on the first round. Strong, both competitors. I'm waiting actually to see or hear what Saul Canelo's corner come back to Freddie Roach's comment today that he thinks Miguel Cotto will take Canelo to school. Not a good fight, you know what I mean? Not like Freddie Roach said something like, yeah, I think it's going to be a good fight, but I think Cotto will dominate. we'll knock him out. No, nothing like that. It was worse. He said Cotto will take Canelo to school, like he was some kind of a new fighter, some kind of rookie. Like if Cotto was fighting somebody like, I don't know, Brandon Rios. But Puerto Rico versus Mexico, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be probably, if not, like I said, close to the Mayweather Pacquiao fight. Well, I don't know about the pay-per-view buys and all this stuff. I mean, it could be close, but as far as people actually going to pay attention, yeah, it could be close. It could be very close to Mayweather Pacquiao, and the outcome, it's probably most likely going to be better than Mayweather Pacquiao. But I don't want to talk too soon. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to speak too soon, and we don't get the result that we wanted. But I don't see that happening on Cotto versus Canelo. I see this fight as being explosive. Both fighters have, like I said, enough skill set to entertain the fans, to give us a good fight, long anticipated fight. Well, there you go, guys. That's my little thoughts on what Freddie Roach said today about Cotto taking Canelo to school. Let me know what you guys think. Drop me a comment. Please subscribe to my channel and please thumbs up my video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.